us in. 5.
I'm gonna laugh at you every time if you do that. Every time. I'm just gonna start laughing and pointing. It's not.
Okay.
Please, no.
Okay. All right, let's start our normal way then. Hey, Lou.
Yeah?
What's up?
The first rule of Podcast Club is don't talk about politics.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
So we're supposed to be talking about stress.
Stress.
What stresses us out.
Yes, exactly.
This is a redo of the lost episode, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Should we start with that? Because that is a stressor, right?
Yep.
So I did some research when we decided that we were going to do this podcast. I did a little bit of research and I found some stuff and I bought those things and I got it all set up. And come to find out, I went the wrong direction, and all of those things were terrible. Right?
Yeah.
The microphones were the wrong kind of microphones. I didn't buy an audio interface, so we were trying to plug it directly into the laptop, and that it was fine for the first 2 things we recorded, and then after that, it just wanted to pop and lock the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big stressor. So I couldn't get it to work, and then the adapter broke, so I bought new adapter, and those didn't work either. So I did a little bit more research. I watched some more modern videos, found some better equipment, which we're recording on now.
Oh, yeah.
New microphones. They're like right at our eye line and mouth line now, instead of like us having to bend over to record.
Yeah, and we're tall, so, well, I'm tall standing up, you're tall sitting down and standing up.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
There was swearing. That was cool. There was some swearing.
Yeah, I swear when I get frustrated because something should be working, but it's not working and I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I swear when I'm playing like Mario Brothers, because, and that's a stressful thing for me too. But when I play Mario Brothers, I know I should be able to make the jump.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like timing.
Mm-hmm.
And if I jump too late or jump too early and I don't make the jump, it's just so frustrating. And do that 100 times. Here comes the F word.
And and then the last thing you want to hear is, it's just a game. Calm down. You're like, no.
Well, it is just a game, and that's the part that's pissing me off. And then we got all this equipment, so we should be good now. We're doing it the right way. We're doing it time. We're going pro before we even have an audience. So,
well, our 4 listeners, or maybe 3, our 3 listeners will maybe appreciate the clarity of our voices.
Yeah. Well, I know that we have people listening that aren't in our family. So, are you counting them, or are you counting our family, or are you saying our family's not listening?
Well, no, that's the second rule about Podcast Club.
What?
We don't talk about relatives.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Enough about our podcast woes. First timers, best friends. #podcast life.
We're lame.
So that's the first thing that's on my list of things that stress me out is electronics.
Electronics. I gotcha.
It's kind of fallen to me as the internal family computer guy to make sure that all the electronics that we have around the house are running or in proper order. And
you know why? You know why that is?
You're not dumb.
Okay, I'm not dumb. No, I'll agree this time. But my initial reaction upon the first time of a piece of an electronic not working properly or the way it should is to open the window and throw it right the fuck out of it. Honestly.
Sure. Yes.
Now, that's my initial reaction. My second reaction is I'll just turn it off and then turn it back on. And sometimes that works.
No, that works 99.9% of the time.
The other thing, that's one. The other thing is that you have said, why don't you guys just come to me when stuff is broke? I'll fix it. We need one place that everyone comes to get this fixed right.
So I put this stress on myself.
You have.
I gotcha.
You have, but also I just can't do it. I want to throw it out the window.
Well.
And then go, no TV today, guys. Sorry.
People listening can't see, but I spent a good portion of the day today. Well, not the day, but the evening. Trying to get our logo up on this TV that's sitting between us on the table.
It's cute. I'll take a picture.
Well, I wanted it I just thought it would get us in the mood and be a cute like surprise for you, but I could not get this damned TV to accept a photograph from my phone. I had to dig an old Apple TV out, and then the battery in the Apple TV remote was broken. And it was just like things just kept piling up, and I'm like, am I just not meant to put this picture on the damn TV?
That's like me trying to change the patio light bulb.
Light bulb, yeah.
Just no matter what I did, it just would not accept any bulb and turn on.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
We probably should get an electrician out here for that. So I go downstairs and I'm like, if we have a battery, if we have a remote control battery for this remote control, then I'm showing you the remote control. I keep forgetting it's just audio. If we have it for this remote control, I'm showing you, then it's a good omen, and it means that I'm meant to get this on here.
Which
and
we did.
We had one.
That's right.
I put it in there. I get up here. It's not working. And I'm like, no, the battery. Turns out that this old remote is just old, and I had to push really hard. But I got the picture up, and I think it was a cute surprise for you when you came in.
It was cute.
But electronics in general stress me out. What's something that stresses you out?
Well, finishing your thought, I'll take a picture and put it on our Instagram.
Okay, yes. Follow us.
Our Lou and Me Instagram.
What's the handle?
Lou and Me.
Yeah, no underscores or anything, right?
No,
just Lou and Me.
Yeah, pretty sure.
LUANDME.
Yes. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Go to Instagram and follow.
Okay, so the first one, when we talk about stress, here's the thing. It's like the Hulk, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How he says the secret is I'm always angry,
Right.
right? And then he can Hulk out. I've always felt that my whole entire life. I don't remember ever feeling a point in my life where I was relaxed, or I'm like, oh, this is relaxing. Oh, this is nice. Right. Or, oh, I feel so stressed out. There's no like definitive lines.
So you're saying you have no chill?
I have none. I have no chill whatsoever. Like,
I disagree.
None.
I disagree. When it comes to chips and animals, you have no chill, but you're pretty chill otherwise.
No, I'm not, because I'm just under the surface. I'm always mad. And it one little thing, and I can lose my shit quickly and easily.
Yeah.
I've always felt that. Even as a little kid, I didn't have the swearing just about yet as a little kid. That came, 4th grade, which was cool.
4th grade?
Well, yeah. And, the people that I hung around would be like, why are you swear so much? I'm like, it just makes me feel better. I don't know.
Okay, so your stressor is that you're constantly angry?
My stressor is that since 1978, I've been alive. I think that's my stressor. Just living life, trying to be me.
Living makes you stressed out.
Yeah. And then that goes into, when you don't have an easy childhood, and it's not an excuse necessarily, but it's an explanation as to where all that stress comes from.
Right.
You have food insecurities, or just a chaotic home life, or the people that you're living with don't like each other. Yeah. It can stress you out because you never know, or there's money fights and stuff. And I'm not saying that everyone's perfect, but kids don't need to know everything.
Right.
If you sit them down, you go, okay, well, here's what's going on. And I feel like parents should do that. And that's what we have done. We've been very open and honest with them about everything that we've gone through. I mean, maybe not every single thing, but everything that we've gone through, we've shared with them to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. But when things are all like flying around out in the open, it's a scary thing for a kid to grow up in. And so then that ties into the thing that really stresses me out, which is my whole job and mission is to be a parent, to be a mom. And
so are you doing 2 in a row?
Yeah, I kind of. They go hand in hand for me because I don't know.
So they tie.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my main job. So I'm on call 24/7.
Right.
Right. And so a lot of parents are, especially right now. And 24/7, I'm on call. So at any moment, I have to stop what I'm doing and be that for them, which is hard because then I don't know who I am.
Right.
At the end of the day, it turns it up. I don't know. I can't really say like, oh, that stresses me out. It's just, it makes it more for me.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you start the day out.
I start the day out already stressed.
You're already stressed, but it just gets worse over the course of the day because you feel like you aren't accomplishing everything you want to accomplish because your job is such a vast set of responsibilities.
I think it's a huge responsibility.
And it is. Absolutely.
Especially if you're doing it right.
I know that I tell you this all the time, but I'm in complete awe of you and how you handle it. Do you get upset sometimes? Sure. Do you need a break sometimes? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But 99% of the time, you're out there kicking ass as a mom and taking names.
Well,
like literally, what is your name again?
No. It just turns up the volume.
Yeah.
Parenthood.
Yeah.
The things that, quote unquote, stress me out, just turn up the volume.
Mm-hmm.
They make being awake harder on me.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it.
No, that's a good explanation. That's what it does feel like. Stress. Mm-hmm. When I start to feel stress, it's almost manic. It's like, oh, there's too many things. There's too many things I have to accomplish and I don't have enough time ever. Mm-hmm. And it starts to really it kind of feels like drinking, like I don't drink coffee, right? Mm-hmm. Every once in a while I'll have, a sip from one of your delicious, did you burp?
Yeah, I had to, sorry.
I'll have a sip from one of your coffees because you make them all fat guy special, but I don't drink it because it makes me jittery, right? I don't like the effect of caffeine on my body. Well, that's what stress feels like to me. I think that's part of the reason I don't like caffeine is because stress makes me feel the same way. Mm-hmm. Another thing that affects your body, and the second thing on my list, COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And masks.
That bitch.
I am so stressed out about that. It is one of those things where I know that we have to leave the house to go get supplies and get rations.
Yeah.
to
it does feel like
the family. Yeah. But it feels like an episode of The Walking Dead, right? Like we have to gear up. I have my brass key and I get my going out gear on and I get my mask and,
Yeah.
we go out and we put on our mask, we get out of the car, we go to the grocery store, and then the whole time we're sweating and panicking because we're just trying to get through the thing as fast as possible without getting 6 feet close to people and avoiding people without masks.
Mm-hmm. Or with them dangling off their ear.
Yeah.
Like you had to yell at that guy.
Yeah.
You're like, be a good neighbor, put your mask on. And he's like, I don't know where you think you're from. He's like, and you're like, doesn't matter, put your mask on. Like, be a good citizen, man.
Yeah.
He put it on.
He did put it back on.
Whoever you are, not cool, dude.
Not cool. It isn't cool.
It isn't.
I saw a tweet today. I can't remember who tweeted it. I should have looked, but it said, if you don't wear a mask, you're choosing the side of the virus. What a weird call.
It's just right. It's just stupidity at this point. Like if you're following that side of dumb, then there's no hope for you.
I hope you know how I feel about it. I hope there's hope for them, but it is starting to look like there are people out there that are just refusing to wear a mask for no reason other than they're just being a-holes, right?
Right. That's
like it's not even about liberty or freedom or it's uncomfortable. I have a medical condition. I can't do it. Well, if you have a medical condition, why are you even outside right now?
Yeah. Like there's got to be another way that you can get.
Yeah. It's stressful.
It's all stressful.
I don't really want it. It's starting to stress me out talking about it. So let's move on.
And okay, but one more thing.
Yeah.
COVID is on my list as well.
Okay.
But the mask thing is more stressful for me because I know that if I wash my hands and I sanitize and I be safe about who I'm around and what I'm touching, that makes more sense to me than I'm claustrophobic anyways.
Right.
So I panic if I can't breathe well. And just going to the dentist, and all that business that happens freaks me the hell out. I can barely do it.
Yeah. With Cameron, they gave you oxygen. when you were going to give birth to him, they gave you oxygen and you kept pulling the mask off and going, I can't breathe.
Well,
I can't breathe. And they were pumping oxygen into you. And
Yeah.
you kept pulling it aside and being like, I can't breathe in this thing.
I don't know where it comes from. It comes from somewhere I know, but I just, I can't put my finger on it. Like even getting a hug too like long gets me that I'm all, okay, and we're done, you know?
Yeah.
But wearing a mask, and I know it's my duty to, and I will, you said duty, but
did say duty.
Knowing that I'm being a human being and I'm doing the right thing, I need to hurry it up.
Right.
Then also I'm a little hard of hearing or seemingly because you're behind, you're walking behind me and I can't hear what you're saying. Usually I can read lips pretty well. If someone talks to me or you talk to me, I can't hear shit.
Well,
So the mask thing compounds it all.
I think part of that though is that when you're at the store, you're kind of focused on what you're doing. And so you're not really paying attention to external stimuli. And also I'm a mumbler. Hey, did you want some of the cereal?
One, I'm away from my kid, right?
Right.
Or kids, or one that can't take care of herself, but I'm away from the house, don't like. Two, there's a deadly virus that,
Yeah.
Three, I can't breathe very well, so I'm breathing shallow or I'm holding my breath when I pass people. Four, now I can't hear shit.
Yeah.
I can't hear anybody talking to me. So, and now I have to speak with my eyes.
Yeah.
Or go, I'm sorry, and then
It's not fun. The mask is not fun. I'm never going to go outside without the mask.
Yeah, I'm done.
Because I think that it's very much our duty as citizens to try to protect others.
Yeah. And in other countries, that's what they do. During flu season, they just wear a mask.
Yeah.
The boys talk about, well, in Japan, everyone wears masks all the time, no matter what.
It's normalized there. And nobody ever complains about it.
It's about being respectful to other people.
There's probably people that complain about it, but it's not as, I don't think it's as widespread and prevalent as it is here.
Yeah.
Because we've really built a country on the back of freedom and liberty. Well, I don't want to get into that. Anyways, so COVID. So we're done with that one.
Yeah. Let's be done with that one.
Yeah. What's your next stressor?
Oh, is it my turn? So I have a dream, okay, to grow my own pumpkin.
Yes.
And then make pumpkin pie.
Right.
Homemade.
Delicious.
From scratch, right?
The best.
Okay, so a couple years ago, I had a dream, a tiny little dream to make my own pumpkin pie from scratch, right? You get a little pumpkin at the grocery store and, you take out the seeds and you separate the seeds and the pulp and you bake it and all that stuff. I did that. I was successful.
Right.
But now my dream, my poor little dream.
Real quick, that pie was delicious.
Yeah, and I made it every year since.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Right.
There was one year where I was making it like every week.
Yeah, because we were doing this thing called pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which we learned from an old coworker and friend of mine
who used to do that. Yeah.
Who would come in after Thanksgiving with the whole pumpkin pie.
Yeah, awesome.
From like the Kroger or something.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And she'd be like, "It's breakfast," and she'd eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So now it's our jam. That's how we do it. But now
we don't need a whole pie each.
No.
Right. We're
slices.
Yeah, slices for each of the.
So now I have a dream that I want to grow my own pumpkin.
Yes.
And then make a pumpkin pie from that pumpkin.
Yes.
Well,
beautiful dream.
We moved into this house and now I'm trying to do pumpkins. I'm trying to grow my own pumpkins, right? And I've been successful with cucumbers and carrots and tomatoes now. And there's a pepper out there too.
Yeah, the cucumbers
that I'm hoping
you turned into pickles, and those pickles we put onto vegan burgers the other day.
Yeah.
And that was quite a delicious lunchtime treat.
Yeah, awesome. I want to make dill ones next, but that's another story.
Yes.
So I've got these 4 pumpkin plants that I started with, right? From seeds. I babied them. I watered them. I have 1 pumpkin plant left.
Oh.
1.
What happened to the others?
They just wilted. It's too hot. Memphis, it doesn't, I don't know what's happening.
Do you think that maybe you just started them too late in the year? Or do we just have a particularly hot summer?
I don't know. According to Zone 7 that we live in, you can grow pumpkins in the normal span of time.
Yeah.
So I moved the last little baby one, and she's very long. She's like very long. She's like almost 4 foot long.
Right.
Just a vine going like crazy, and I'm getting lots of bees to land on it and whatever, but I don't have any female flowers. So the male flowers blossom first to train the bees to come to it, right? And then it'll blossom female flowers. So I moved it into the shade, and now it greened up more so now, and it's still hanging on, but it's late August now, and no pumpkins.
And you've got like a deadline.
Yeah, like right? I got, we call it yam sham.
Yeah.
It's a sham with yams.
Do you think that will yield a pumpkin?
I don't know.
Even if it's very small, you could make just a small pie. Right?
I don't even have a female flower yet. So
that's a bummer.
Yeah. So that stresses me out because
gardening.
Gardening.
Or just the pumpkin part.
Well, at first it was like, oh, I hope all these seeds sprout, right?
Right.
And then they sprout and you're like, oh, I hope they flower. And then they flower and then you go, oh, I hope they fruit. And then you get a fruit and then you're like, oh, I hope it tastes good. And then it tastes good and you're like, I hope the next thing the next thing flowers. And you're like, oh, it's a never ending cycle.
But it's like an exercise in patience.
Yeah, I don't really have that.
You're not into that.
No.
Doesn't it feel good though? Like I see your face when the fruits start to be born, right? Like you're so excited.
Mm-hmm. But at every stage, I'm like, well, but wait until we taste it, right? Wait until this happens. Wait till this. I'm trying to train myself. I'm like, but that's turned it up for me just a little bit, because now we're towards the end of fall, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe something good will happen.
It's possible. Just keep hope alive.
Yeah, I'm trying, dude.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next thing?
Driving.
Oh, driving. Yeah.
But not driving specifically. Driving is one of the items that causes me stress in this family of stressor. And that stress is born from not being able to do anything else while I'm doing that activity, right? So driving.
You could always be a crazy fool like these people you see reading a newspaper and driving.
No, I can't do that.
That's baloney.
Driving,
Stop it.
Pooping, taking a shower, brushing your teeth. All of these things are things that you have to do one at a time and focus on that activity. And I know that's a good thing to do, right? Is to focus on one thing at a time and just do one thing at a time. But it feels like a waste of time sometimes, right? Like I have a whole bunch of stuff I need to get done.
Yeah.
I have an enormous plate full of tasks and projects, and I'm, spending 20 minutes taking a poop or an hour driving to the grocery store. That's precious time. I could be doing something else, and it stresses me out, right?
Yeah.
But also, there's that whole part of the reason I led with driving is because driving also has that extra stressor of getting into a giant steel box and driving 80 miles an hour towards one another.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it makes it worse the more people you have in the car with you.
Yeah.
I know you don't like to take the whole fam places, and especially not now. We don't do that at all. But when we used to, road trip, and you're like, oh, what? If we could teleport, that'd be great.
Yeah, I really don't like transporting
your entire...
it's putting all of your eggs in one basket kind of idea. It's like, oh, well, if we crash, everyone's dead.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
Jeez.
Then what happens? Right? My thoughts are dark. My mind is morbid, and I always go to worst case scenario on everything. And driving brings out the worst in that, because that's, that's a horrific thing that you can't come back from.
Right.
This whole podcast is stressing me out talking about these things.
I know. I'm getting a little heated.
Yeah. I'm getting a little warm.
Yeah.
So that's all I want to say about driving. And just generally speaking, the activities that require me to focus on one thing and nothing else, right? they stress me out. I think that's why I like board games so much, is because
there's multiple things going on.
there's like 5 or 6 things happening at once, and I have to track them all. So I'm just completely swamped. And so I don't have time to go, oh, I'm wasting time. It doesn't feel like a waste of time, even though, technically playing a board game is a waste of time, right? It's, if you're not doing anything
but
productive.
It's a fun waste of time.
I think it is a fun waste of time.
Unless you play,
I never regret
crazy games that just, what does this card mean, man?
Oh, you mean all of the ones behind you?
Yeah, I'm trying not to look. I don't want to blame any specific game, but
yeah, you don't tend to
stop
like
it. Stop with the madness of the cards being so super smart that you have to be genius to decipher. Quit it with the icons, man. Seriously, I'm not even playing with you. Quit it.
Not all icons are created equal, and not all icons are bad. But there are some games where they have really bad iconography, and you can't even learn the language of that icon. But yeah, I'm done with driving. What's something else that stresses you out?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have anything else? Okay, well, I have one more thing.
Okay.
That's my index card. I don't know if you can hear it. Protecting family. So I have always had reoccurring dreams or nightmares, you might say, of having to, and not necessarily protect you and the children, but just I'm a protector of some sort, right? They're absolute like Messiah dreams, right? They have nothing to do with reality or how I really feel, but I'm so afraid that responsibility will come to me and rest on my shoulders.
Yeah.
That I have stress dreams about it, right? Like one that is a reoccurring is I live at a trailer park. We're attacked by aliens. The trailer park, right?
Yeah.
And the aliens are all pigs with wings, but they're like bat wings.
Right, of course.
But I'm giant. They're all short. They're small. And I realize, I just bop one in the head.
Whoa.
And their pig suit falls off. Right? And then they're just little gray aliens underneath. And then I'm like, this is how I can protect the whole trailer park. I have to save the whole trailer park. Right? Those things stress me out because I don't want to be in that position. Right? And it's not like I think, I'm the only one who can save something. That's not what it's about. It's like, I'm afraid to be that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm afraid to be put into that position. Growing up, I've always been larger than everyone. Right? I've always been taller, stronger, bigger than everyone I know. As you get older, you meet other people that, you leave your hometown and you go somewhere else and you meet people bigger than you and stronger than you.
You're like, you're a freak like I am.
Right. Those people exist, right?
Yeah.
But growing up, there was only one other kid who even came close, right? And we were friends. Huh?
Who was that?
Just a friend of mine from high school named Kevin Rosser. And he...
Rosser.
Yeah. He passed away, unfortunately, recently. I miss him. But we were like big guys. And so, I was able to like bond with him over that. But I've always felt like, because I'm the big guy that I'm going to have to like,
we're all going to look to you to be our savior.
Somebody, well, not savior. I don't like that word, but like if somebody's attacking, I'm just afraid that I'm going to have to
hurt somebody.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt people. I don't like the idea of hurting people. I've always held back. Even when I was doing, karate and grappling. Yeah. I held back because I didn't want to hurt anyone. I didn't want to, cause permanent damage. And I am of a size and strength
that you could hurt someone,
to not brag, but that I could very well Con Air somebody.
Oh, put the bunny down.
Put the bunny down.
Yeah. Right.
I could do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
and it's
I don't want you to do that either.
I think that's where that stress dream comes from.
Yeah, that's sad. Honey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Sleep, that's another one for me. I don't like.
You said you didn't have any more.
Okay, sorry. I do have one more.
You
sleep.
Some of a.
I like to sleep.
Right.
But I can't sleep.
Mm.
Like I can fall asleep anywhere because, I'm doing the whole mom thing, right? Exhausted.
Right, but you can't stay asleep.
I can't stay asleep,
because you're a light sleeper, because you want to be awake or aware in case like the kids wake up. Right? Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary.
I don't know. Scary. Well, yeah, scary.
No, it is
I'm gonna
scary.
go scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, is your list done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything else on this list.
So now, how do we cope? How do we cope with these
stresses? I eat a lot of cake.
You make a lot of pancakes.
I make pancakes every Saturday morning, and
we love it.
I will say that absolutely helps me.
You know what's really great is that now Fred's like, I want to help. So I go, cool, go help Daddy.
Yeah.
And I can have like 5 or 10 minutes to myself.
Right.
That's great.
Well, I think that here's part of that. I really want to have bonding experiences with her because she's been so attached at the hip to you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like teaching.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel like I have a natural knack.
Yeah, you're good at teaching. I love it when you teach me stuff like how to use a drill and stuff. Because, that's just cool.
Yeah. I just feel good about it. And so like, she's at that age now where she asks a question. Mm-hmm. And, I think most 4 or 5 year old kids will say, why? But she'll ask a question and I'll say that, I'll say the answer and she goes, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And then it's not just why, it's what does that mean? And so then I have to define things for her.
And if she still doesn't understand it, she'll go, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah. She's very bright.
She's sweet.
She's really good she's a very good helper too. She really is. I think that the only thing that I would like critique if I was giving her feedback, which I never do because she's 4. But
critique.
For when she's starting to get older, she kind of gets stuck.
Yeah.
Like once she's honed in on something, if we don't follow that through to the end, she won't move on. Right. And she is loud and she will get louder and louder and louder until you do the thing that she wants to do. I'm also concerned because she wants to add the accoutrement to the pancakes over the hot griddle. So she wants to put in the chocolate chips or the blueberries. Right. And I'm like, it's going to be, it's one, it's very dangerous, but then 2, she just dumps it right in the center. So she gets a chocolate chip pancake that's just a disc of chocolate in the center and then dough. And then your blueberry pancakes are just a central blueberry melting.
Well, maybe work on that now. Say, okay, put them in there one at a time so that we spread it out. Well, if you're going to teach her, go the full 9 yards with it.
Well, what I started doing is I put them in a little silicone cup, just the right amount for one cake. And then I lift her up and hold her one arm, and then I bring her out over the griddle, and I said, don't touch the griddle, and just go ahead and sprinkle in.
So you have like a Freddy shaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That helps me a lot with stress. Yeah, and I look... Even though I'm making pancakes for 6 people and I'm doing made to order pancakes, whatever each person would like.
You're so sweet.
I have so much fun. I look forward to it. Like, I'm like, oh, Saturday morning. It doesn't feel like a chore to me. It feels like,
that's good.
It feels like, we've been talking about language of love recently. I know this isn't about stress, but I think one of my languages of love is service. Right? Like, that's how I show you I care.
Yeah.
Is like, I'll make you a grilled cheese sandwich, or I'll make you an egg and, vegan egg and sausage sandwich.
Yeah. On a croissant, on a vegan croissant.
Without you asking, I'll just show up. You just
show up with a plate. Right. You're like, here you go. I love you.
Right. Because it feels good to do that for you.
That's sweet.
But that is definitely one of the ways I cope with stress. Another way, that I cope with stress is exercise, like shooting hoops or hitting the heavy bag, right?
Yeah, which we got hung up for you now.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we've had those things, access to those things.
Sorry. It's just so hot in the garage.
Occasionally what I'll do is I'll find a nice pillow and I'll put my face right in it and just scream. That's a good stressor.
Well, I have music on here too.
Oh,
Music.
so I added to my list that you taught me how to do. I added listen to more music, dude.
Dude. Come on, dude.
Because I've noticed I haven't been really listening to music as much lately. So I want to try to make a concentrated effort to try to put more music back into my ears when I'm doing other tasks. How do you deal with it?
Well, I've tried to get up early and do the whole meditation thing, and I cry.
Right. No, I think crying is a good release.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not joking. I cry all the time.
I know, but are you joking about it being a stress release?
Oh, it's not a release. That's how I deal.
Oh. You just end up crying.
Yeah.
I see.
I tried doing CBD stuff, right? But mostly, and I believe that I probably should have gotten like some therapeutic help, right?
Right.
But I don't know. I'm trying to like heal myself because.
Are you talking, when you say therapeutic help, are you talking about like a therapist, or are you talking about marijuana?
Whoa. I was talking about therapy. I was talking about like having a therapist or whatever. Okay. But now I think that, marijuana is the only thing that's gonna.
You think like, hey, what's up, bro? Like a little bit of bud or what? You're gonna sleep real good tonight, buddy.
Because I think that I need to. What I'm really scared of is just being told like you're just you're making this all up. Right? Because that's what I used to hear. Like, you're just making, a huge deal out of nothing. You're dramatic. You're overly sensitive. Right. Just deal with your shit and shut up. Mostly I just swear and give myself a timeout. Yeah. That's just really.
Yeah. I can't even count how many times in the time we've been together that I've just found you somewhere, like by yourself, just taking deep breaths.
That doesn't last very long either, because she'll little lady will have to find me.
Or one of the other ones when they were younger.
Oh yeah,
they've all been 100% attached to you at the hip the entire time until they turn like 20.
And even then, Liam will find me somewhere and he'll go, "You all right? Yeah. You okay?
You okay? Can we just hold hands for a little while?"
He'll go, "You need some water?" He's my water guy. He's always bringing me water.
He's a Bobby Boucher.
I like it. But at the same time, there are times when I'm doing laundry and he'll go, "You doing okay?" I'm like, yeah, bud. I'm doing great. Thanks, baby.
They all worry about you.
I know.
All the time.
I know. And
we all do.
I know. I get it.
And not worry about you like we don't think you can handle yourself, but just we know that you got a lot on your plate and we want to try to alleviate some of that.
Yeah, I got a lot in my head that I can't release all of that out.
You've got a lot in your head on top of the stuff on your plate, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some action items that we can take. Like you helped me the other day. I've have an enormous amount of projects and tasks that I've been wrestling with because I have 50 jobs. And I see like a pile of things and I can't tackle it, right? I procrastinate. I say, I'm just not going to even start. That's too much.
Yeah.
So you said, just write a list of everything you want to get done. Everything you can think of. And then every day, just choose 3 things and tell yourself, if you get those 3 things done, you were productive today.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing that for the last week. Yeah. And it's really helpful. I'm actually accomplishing more than 3 things every day because I get those 3 things done and I'm like, gosh, I'm on a roll. Why stop now?
Exactly. You can add more to it depending on how it's going, how you're feeling.
Right.
But sometimes it's a struggle just to get those 3. And you're
like yesterday.
F it.
Yesterday we went and took the core battery back and we did another errand. I only got 3 things done that day, but I was stressed. I was more stressed out because we had to go out.
Yeah.
Right. And so I was like, but I still got those 3 things done.
Right.
I put the rack together. I took that battery back. Mm-hmm. I did this other thing that I needed to do.
Yeah.
Right. And so then today I did, I think like 6 things. I got 6 things done.
Awesome.
And I'm starting to at night go through and grab the things I plan to do the next day. So I don't have to think about it in the morning. I just get up and go, oh, here's my list for the day.
Exactly.
And it's, it's been very helpful. And then also discovered that you can text me something that you need me to do. I can just highlight it and send it directly to my list.
Yeah, because see, you're the electronic guy.
Right.
You know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, if I don't know how to do it, I'd know how to figure it out because Google.
Yeah.
So what's an action item that you want to take away from this conversation and get out there and attempt to do?
I don't know.
Yeah. Me neither. I don't know why I brought it up. I think it's because I was thinking about the list thing and you gave me that. And
Well, that's good. Well, because, when I'm panicking and losing my,
yeah, shit.
losing my shit, when I can't handle it on my own, I come to you and you're always there to like help me out and give me a hug and calm me down and talk me down off of that. And you're the only one that can. And because you've been doing it for 24 years.
Yeah.
Ish. 24, 20 million, whatever it is.
I thought we were at 2,400 eons.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, or 2,401.
20. Oh yeah.
That's what we're going on that one.
All right, cool.
So
Cool,
just keep doing that. And,
Well, that's
I'll
good
just-
for me because I like giving you hugs.
Okay,
Hugs are fun.
just not for too long or too tight of hugs.
Well, see, I don't know how long a hug is supposed to be because I worked at a place in Sedona where every day when I come into work, I'd have to participate in at least 4 elongated hugs.
Oh my gosh.
So
Sedona.
so good to see you, man.
Sedona.
So good to see you. And then
Oh, the breathing. Why the breathing?
I don't know, just taking me in, I guess. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I
Look,
love you, but I couldn't take you in every day. That sounds exhausting.
I loved that person and those people. I really enjoyed that job. I liked those people a lot, but I will say it was uncomfortable some days, right? Some days I'm just not, I'm not the firmest of gentlemen. When you hug me, I'm a little bit squishy, right? I'm a little bit of a squishy guy. And so, getting into one of those full frontal embraces where they're breathing you in.
This is going nowhere good. This we have to cut out, I think.
Why?
Because I don't know.
I like this part better than my burp. So, yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on stress.
Okay.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm stressed out now, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I am feeling a little bit stressed out now, too. I'm a little antsy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
The Lou and Me podcast is a Matthias production. The song is No Carpets by the New Forevers. Produced and edited by Moose. Hosted by Lou and me.
Thanks for listening.